Live, Clive. How do?
Oh, damn. You nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
You are, aren't you?
So, Ciara, you met Ciara before. Incidentally, in the description, anything I've done with Ciara, links to everything. Links to her story, 20 questions, and a shortened version of her story. Not posted a lot of content lately. Bit crazy at home. You know, we're making progress with my daughter, which is very slow. Next year, I'm quite excited. Real porridge. I've got a room in my house. I don't know whether you know that.
No, I didn't.
Mrs. give me a room, so I'll be able to work in there. I'm going to do a Zoom once a week. There's people other side of the world I want to interview.
That'll be great.
Some interesting people. And like I say, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, Ciara's got some questions for me. She sort of thinks, I don't know, she's going to have me over or something like that. She's laughing about it. I'm not nervous at all.
Yeah.
As you see this tonight, Friday, Lee Marvin, her other half, born in prison, part 1. And then hopefully we'll get part 2 up early next week. Okay. Just get nice and relaxed.
Yeah, get nice and relaxed.
Fire away, lass.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I am. Fire away.
Do you like me?
Do I like you? Yeah, I do.
Why?
You're quite a lot like our lass. You know, you're your own person. Say it how it is. If I've pissed you off, you tell me I've pissed you off. I like the fact you put Marvin in his place. But yeah, just I like real people, I like honesty in people. And like I always say, prison officer, when people ask advice, one of the things, be yourself.
Yep. Okay, we'll do that. Do you trust me?
Very funny. I asked you these, didn't I? Yeah, of course I do.
Not all of them, you didn't.
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Integrity. Obviously, you've got that.
Burger or a kebab?
Burger.
Why?
Why? When kebabs first come out, real lamb, lead or chicken, love that. You know, when they make it up. But I just like burgers.
They're not the same now, are they?
No, they're not.
What would make you go back and work for the prison service?
What would make me go, all right, if I've got to go back, I don't know. Well, it won't be money, because they don't get money now. I don't really know. Maybe if I could go somewhere where it was like sort of a specialist thing or something like that.
Okay, well, I thought. What's your ultimate goal in life?
Ultimate goal? Security for my family is comes first, obviously. You know, I want Amy and Billy to be sort of all right, which means I've got to stay alive for at least another 10 years, pay my mortgage off. And help people. I like helping people. With this channel, it's just sort of turned into a bit of a, for me, you know, I speak to loads of people, as you know, because you speak to some of them now.
Kind of like a therapy, innit?
Yeah, therapy, shoulder to lean on, you know, let people vent or whatever. Plus, I like meeting people.
Okay, well, I thought. Do you think you helped rehabilitate anybody when you was working in the prison system?
I don't believe in rehabilitation, as in, I don't think prison does that. I now know that some lads, just by sort of being a decent person, speaking and treating people how you want to be spoke to and treat yourself, definitely makes a difference. I know that from people I know now, like Marvin.
Okay, well,
you know.
Do many officers show signs of having mental health issues?
I think they do, yeah. It's not something I addressed or thought about when I was in the job. There was a lot of alcoholics. I once got asked when I was going to do a press interview, did a bit of press training, media training, and I mentioned alcoholism, and this guy went, so you want to be telling national press that there's a problem with alcoholics in the prison service? I says, well, you might not think that is appropriate, but it's something you can't deny. There is a massive drinking culture, and it is a massive problem. Mental health, yeah, saw it a lot, particularly when I left.
Because it also affected you with your mental health.
Yeah, of course it affected me, but it affects lots of people. I think a lot of people aren't themselves. They put on a front. I think that affects people, and it certainly affects families of prison officers. You know, I spoke to people who've grown up sort of in the shadow of their dads who were prison officers, and it ain't been pleasant for them.
We'll go with that. Right, might be a difficult question for you, alright?
Yep.
So take your time. Who's your favourite, me or Marv?
You both have qualities.
No, I said who's your favourite?
You.
We'll have that. Who now runs the prison system? The inmates or the staff?
I think now it's disorganised chaos. The biggest problem right now is staffing issues, getting staff, retaining staff. Prisons locked up most of the time. So I just think it's disorganised chaos. So you could say that there's probably not a lot of discipline. There's probably not a regime. It's probably, well, it will be very disorganised and things like that. So, however, going into prison, knowing you're going to be banged up all day or whatever, and we know it don't work.
No, it don't.
I'd say anybody going into prison, either side of the door, it's no percentage. It's not good. Either side of the door.
I would hate to go to prison, man.
Terrible now.
All day. Okay, that's a good one. Describe in 10 words, and count them on your fingers so you know how many, what you think people think of you.
What people think of me?
Yeah.
The majority of people.
Yeah.
I have, that's 2 words. Integrity.
Yeah.
Honesty.
Yeah.
Empathy.
Yeah.
That covers a lot of things, them 3 words, doesn't it?
Big heart.
Yeah. I do care about people, but, you know, that's along the empathy, understanding. Definitely a people person, always have been, I know that.
I agree with that.
So, and while he brought that up, that's an interesting thing. You know, I get messages from people now and again, or you need to, you know, have a chat with this person or do that or whatever. Or somebody's calling you out. You know, people make their own mind up. I think vast majority of people will make their own mind up about someone, and they'll make their own mind up about me.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's a good answer. Does pineapple belong on a pizza?
I like Hawaiian pizza, me. I like Dansak curries, which has pineapple in it.
No, I was going to say it does not belong on a pizza.
You're speaking to an ex-rugby player, so basically I'd eat anything on a pizza.
No. You've gone down in my estimations now, you know that, don't you?
Fair dues.
What's your dream job?
Probably what I'm doing now. People might not consider it a job. Like I said, I like meeting people. I like speaking to people. Helping people. And I think, you know, that's something that I'm going to go forward with next year.
Yeah.
A couple of days a week, put into the channel, and then just get out and meet as many people.
It is a job. It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
What you do.
Definitely.
Are prisoners ever remorseful for what they've done?
I think a lot are. It might not be like me, not knowing that I was a bit screwed in head. I think maybe when they've come away, I do know now, right, in the book. So Marv, yeah, Mr. Subtle in the book. So my second book, guys, comes out 31st of March of next year. There's a guy in there, Mr. Subtle. I do consider him a good friend now. He was like Marv. Give me a chapter in my book. His missus admits he breaks down sometimes, you know, vlogs talking about violence, assaults, some of the things he did in prison, some of the things in life. You know, it has affected him badly, so a lot are. When it comes to court, someone being remorseful, yeah, Yeah, of course they're remorseful because they've got caught, but I don't think somebody who showed remorse should get 5 years knocked off a sentence.
Yeah, for fake
You know,
tears.
if whatever they've done, have an appropriate sentence.
Yeah, of course.
A few tears in court or whatever, or being remorseful, don't pull it. But yeah, a lot of lads.
But it does work, that, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, of course
throwing
it
on
does.
the fake tears and all that.
Yeah, of course he does.
Okay, well, that's that. What do you look for when choosing a wing cleaner?
Wing cleaner in prison. For those of you who don't know, they're lads prisoners. It's quite a privileged job. You'll be out a lot of time. You know what? I don't look for anything. It's dead easy. You know, somebody comes on the wing, might be familiarity. You already know them. They'll do a job. Because the thing that people always forget, all the wing cleaners like on K-wing and the orderlies had on healthcare all grafted. You could ask them to do anything. They do stuff. They probably, you know, they might not be very domesticated at home, but they'll mop a landing all day for you. They'll empty rubbish. They'll do whatever you want. They'll clean showers out. They'll clean a cell out. So someone who can probably get on with, you know, have a chat with, talk to. They tend to put themselves forward, you know.
I suppose it's to pass the time as well, isn't it?
It is, but if I look at all the orderlies I had on healthcare and most of the cleaners on, don't get me wrong, there's some proper hard bastards, some well-known, you know, crime individuals or whatever, but they just get on with it, and they get on with the jail as well, which is always a good thing.
That's a good answer. Are the procedures in place adequate enough to stop inmates from contacting their victims?
No. Obviously, just go to mobile phones. I do not understand in today's modern age why they can't block signals in prison.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I know for a fact, you know, what we're up to 5G with technology now. I don't even know what that means.
Me neither.
However, I will tell you, I know this for a fact, that a couple of prisons down south put mobile blocking technology into them prisons that was like 2 and 3G. So basically outdated.
Why do you think they don't put the blocking in it though?
When I was at Forest Bank, let me tell you guys, is built in the middle of a nature type, a park. So there's no buildings near it. So you could have a phone blocker. They say stupid things like, you know, somebody outside the walls might not be able to get a signal on their phone. At the time, Forest Bank, they could have put something in the centre hub in the middle of the wings that blocked a signal for, and you can, you know, you could make it 25 metres, 50 metres. Yeah, they could have done it. They don't do it. I don't know why. They make a big issue about phones. I don't know why they can't do it, but plenty of people get absolutely terrorised from prison. We had a lad at Forest Bank, took a guilty on a conspiracy to murder because his family were getting terrorised at home from another prison. So, no, they don't do enough. Mobile phones shouldn't be an issue with modern technology, but they still are. So,
because mobile phones have been going in prisons for years. Like when I first met Marvin, he went back for his licence. I mean, he had a mobile phone. You only had to text him and he'd say, right, yeah, I'll go on the landing.
They're way more prevalent now. In Strangeways, when I first started, you know, K-wing, big wing, might have been 2 or 3. You know, very rare you found them. Now, shitloads.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Why are prisoners treated to television and in some cases computers in their cells at any point throughout their sentence?
Right, you get a TV. When you go into prison, you are on standard regime. So, you know, cell, you get your bed in, you get a TV. Why did they do that? At the end of the day, prison's really boring. It's always an issue for people. A TV wouldn't, if I went to prison, make, you know, it might pass a bit of time or whatever. Most of the lads, when I was on K-wing, they might watch TV at night. In the day, they're out about, jibbing about, up to no good or whatever.
Do you think it's just to keep them calmer?
Yeah, occupy people. You know, the computers, the PlayStations and things like that. In order to get them, you've got to be a model prisoner. Why not encourage people? You know.
So in a way, you think it's a good thing?
It's not a bad thing, is it?
No.
You know, if you look at Strangeways, the bottom jail, 2 separate prisons. It is 1 prison, but basically there's 2 house blocks that are separate, yeah. The bottom jail, most of the cells have got an ensuite toilet, yeah. In the top jail, if you're on K-Wing, you know, your head's a foot away from the bog if your mate wants to use it. Yeah, they have like a shower curtain, courtesy curtain. They've had them put in. They didn't have when I was on there. So at the end of the day, having a TV in a cell, still, you know, still in a little room, you're still in bunk beds, you know, you still got no privacy or whatever.
Okay.
But again, you know, if I had a prison and everyone had a PlayStation, I'd be happy because they'd all be model prisoners and it'd be a safe place to work.
That's a good answer.
Is that it?
No.
Okay.
So do you know this? Should prison staff have to walk through airport grade X-ray machines upon entering work?
For me, yeah, everybody should.
Definitely.
There's prisons that have them now. You know, if you're going to take it seriously, the corruption and everything else, yeah, you should.
Because I don't know if it's changed now since I went on a visit. It's not like that much security, even in Strangeways. It's not.
Well, Strangeways in high security estate, so the entry and exit procedure for visitors and staff is different to a normal Cat B prison. However, you know, if you want to take it seriously, every prison would have a sniffer dog and they'd have a airport type portal that everyone went through. And I mean everyone, civvies, education, solicitors. When I were at Strangeways, 2 or 3 legal secretaries and that, you know, got done for bringing drugs in and stuff. Oh yeah,
gosh.
definitely. Oh yeah, nobody.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, a lot of people, and I can only talk about male prison, a lot of lasses fall in love, charm, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
especially probably, and they don't even. I bet they're the ones that say, "Oh, I'd never do that," like, and then they just get wrapped up in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Are dirty protests effective?
Right, dirty protests, again, know that you don't know. That's when somebody, well, prisoner, uses excrement, shite, whatever you want to call it. It used to be called dirty protest, it's now called dirty conditions. So basically, you know, it's an inconvenience for staff because you have to get kitted up. If someone's in a seg on a dirty protest, in order to give them a meal or get them out for a shower, whatever, you have to get kitted up.
It must be one of the vilest things about
it is. It's disgusting. You know, it's effective in keeping people away from it. If you're on a dirty protest, when I was at Forest Bank, we had 7 lads.
Wow.
There was one lad down there, a well-known Scouse lad who was influential. We had 6 young lads, all on dirty protest. It absolutely stunk. You walk in, it stank. On your way out, when I used to come out the segregation unit and have a gym bag, I'd take all my uniform off, put tracksuit on to go to my car. It stank all day. So, you know, it's a massive inconvenience, and obviously it's disgusting and it's not pleasant.
Yeah,
however, nobody's ever gained anything. We used to have lads who go down the block, go on dirty protest and say, "Get me out of this prison." Right, so you're a governor of another prison, I ring you up. Yeah, I've got a lad here covered in shit, will you take him? What are you going to say?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. Exactly. So really, you know, you don't gain anything by it. That's answer to the question.
Is the prison system institutionally racist?
Good one, that. Do you know what? Can I hold that question? I'll tell you why. The lad I interviewed, John, long white hair, going to be interviewing him again early in the new year. He's gone away for Christmas, which is why he hadn't had part 2. We'll talk about institutional racism. Okay, so we'll but it's something I've always asked.
Right. When you go home, do you discuss inmates?
Did I? No, never.
Never.
If I had a bad day, particularly when I was on healthcare, I would prepare our lass. You know, phone home, I've had a shit day. But on the whole, no. However, when you go out, people are curious about prison, and the conversation would always get round to prison, which used to bore our lass stupid, and I understand why.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Would you gladly put some prisoners to death?
Capital punishment. Some cases, yeah, definitely.
Because you do get asked that a lot on your questions on your
Yeah, of course.
videos,
I do.
don't you?
I do believe in capital punishment. It'll never come back. However, if you look at death row in America, you know, there's people that's been on there years and years and years. You know, if you're gonna kill someone, put them to sleep, whatever you're gonna do, however you want to label it, you don't leave them round for years and years and years.
You just do it, don't you?
It'll never happen in this country.
No, it'll never happen.
But yeah, I do believe in capital punishment.
Would you turn a blind eye if a colleague was a bench screw?
No.
You know, why?
It's integrity, isn't it? When I was at Forest Bank, one lad who ended up getting done, I quizzed him. I didn't know that he was definitely up to no good. I suspected, and security, you know, had invited him for a conversation, and we had the chat, and he denied it. But he was more a colleague than a close friend. Really close friend, that's a tough one. I won't let it go. However, I might suggest that they need to leave the job or whatever.
Yeah. Because I suppose that would be hard.
Well, the thing is, you know, drugs, mobile phones in prison, like I said, if people were just using them and there was nothing else involved, that would be fine. However, phones get used to intimidate people and carry on business. Drugs, there's a lot of bullying around drugs and phones, so it's problematic for staff and it's problematic for prisoners. So it definitely won't let it go. When I was at Strangeways, somebody was up to no good, not necessarily bringing phones or drugs in. I challenged them and they were having none of it. I did the paperwork I had to do, and the prison system didn't really challenge them properly.
Easy to sweep it under, wasn't it?
Correct.
Right, this is your last question.
Last question, cool.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
That is a very, very good question. That, do you know what? You don't have to grow up. I said this the other day to my daughter. Obviously, she's missed a bit of school because she's been not well. I've said these people I know my age now who still don't know what they want to do in life. A lot of jobs I've done because, you know, you want things, or you're buying houses, or you need to put food on the table, and just done a job for the money. So when I grow up, I don't think
you grow up.
No, I don't think I will. So I don't know.
Are you just a bigger version of Peter Pan?
Peter Pan? I don't know.
I don't think males ever grow up.
What's growing up? What does that mean?
That is a good question.
I have got responsibilities, right? I've already told you. You know, I have a mortgage for the next 10 years or whatever, and whatever I need to do to pay that mortgage, I'll do. So if I have to go back to work till I'm 70, go and work in engineering, I'll do that. So I have responsibilities, but as far as growing up, no, I don't see why I should. I still feel young though.
Yeah, you look...
Like, no, I still feel like I'm 21. However, you know, body sometimes says you're not.
Gives you a little nudge.
Yeah.
To slow down.
Yeah. Is that a good enough answer?
That's a brilliant answer. I love that.
Thanks for that. I enjoyed them actually. It's quite refreshing sometimes, you know, just to... It's nice to know. That's why I like to do my interviews like that. I don't want to know who people are, what they've done.
Yeah.
It's better finding it, like yourself.
Yeah.
So Ciara, I'll put all the links to everything I've done with Ciara. I'm going to do a little vlog with Stephen for Christmas. Friday, Lee Marvin, born in prison. And then we'll get his second part as soon as. Yeah?
Yep.
Thanks for coming. You happy?
Yeah.
Nice, makes change. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.